Hi everyone, so I got a question on Tumblr the other day, or in a comment or something. Someone asked me to make a video about how my parents help in recovery, particularly how do they help during mealtime. So I thought I would tell you guys like my story. I thought it'd be helpful, and this might be helpful for other parents as well who want to help their children with an eating disorder. So this is really me talking about my past, because right now my parents don't do any of these things anymore. I prepare my own food and I may eat it by myself sometimes and stuff, because I'm like pretty far along in recovery. But back when I was first recovering, like 2 years ago, I had like no control over what I was eating. My parents, well, particularly my mom, because I don't want to eat anything my dad made, because my dad like made unhealthier food, or like I was sort of mad at my dad because of my eating disorder and stuff like that. So I really stuck with my mom and her meals. So like basically what she would do was like prepare the food for me, serve it to me, and then watch me eat it. She would sit at the table with me while I ate it, and not necessarily to like watch me or to make sure I don't hide my food, but more because like if she was there, I knew that I wouldn't hide my food. But, like I wouldn't, it would be sort of like counterproductive, you know? So yeah, but I mean, that's when I wanted to recover. There were times where I didn't want to recover, so I hid food anyways, even if she was there. So but like yeah, when I was first recovering, my mom would sit with me at the table like every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and she would prepare my food. In the beginning, like early on, I would help her prepare the food because I wanted to like look everything at what I was eating. Actually that lasted for a really long time. It was until recently that I wanted to watch her like prepare my food and like make sure she didn't put too much oil, too much like, I don't know, anything. And like I'd watch her serve my plate and I'd be like, no, put half of it back and stuff like that. So I had a lot of control even though I wasn't supposed to. But it helped me like calm my anxiety a bit. So I found it really helpful that my mom served my food, my portions in the beginning of recovery, because like I felt bad if I served my own food. If I was the one like willingly choosing to eat, I felt so bad. My eating disorder would scream at me, so I just couldn't serve my own food or cook it or whatever, so my mom did it. Fast forward a couple years, sorry to like discourage you, but it took me a couple of years to be able to cook my own food, serve it. It took 2 years for me to be able, 2 years of recovery, for me to be able to cook it, serve it, eat it by myself sometimes. That took me 2 years. But it was a really hard 2 years, but it was totally worth it because now I can make my own food and I can eat it and I can try new recipes and stuff. So it's not too anxiety provoking, but I mean it still is, but I do it anyways because like the voice is a lot calmer now. It does get easier. The hardest part in recovery is the refeeding part, because it's something that you haven't done for I don't know how long. You've been restricting or whatever, you've been using your behaviors, but suddenly you have to go back to like your biggest fear. So I completely understand how it's so like scary and how you really don't want to do it. So that's why it's important to have a good support system around you, and that your parents can really help you with that, especially with the food and the meal times. So yeah, my parents did, my mom did supervise my meals, but she didn't really supervise them. She just like sat there. She didn't really know what to look for. She didn't really know the rules or like the tricks that I had. So yeah, I mean, parents can just do that the best they can do. They can definitely read a lot of books to help their child with an eating disorder. I found those help a lot. And like definitely to go like parent meetings at like your treatment center if they have those. In where I was, they had them like weekly. They had like parent meetings where like they gave information about eating disorders, which was very helpful for my mom. So I think it's important to have your parents help you recover, because I personally don't think it's possible to fully recover without any support. If your eating disorder is pretty severe, I don't think it's possible. Sure, like if it's in the beginning, you can choose to, because I did that when I first started restricting and stuff like years ago. I mean, I wasn't recovered obviously, because then I relapsed. But like, I think it's important to have a good support system and to share that with your parents. So, if you guys found this helpful, let me know. If you'd like more details about like what my meals were like and stuff, let me know. But I mean, she served me my safe foods, so that was weird. My safe foods. So I mean, I was not like, I was okay to eat them all, but like it was a lot easier for me to accept that I was eating those foods because they were safe. So I guess that's where I was going with that. So she didn't give me like all the foods that like in the hospital. Like I was limited to like chicken, fish at home, and like vegetables, because I wouldn't eat like pasta or red meat or anything like that at home, never. So yeah, that's how my parents helped me, my mom particularly. So I will talk to you guys in my next video, and let me know if you guys have any new requests. Bye!